The views and opinions of this broadcast do not reflect the views and opinions of Radio Global, Who Knew Productions, JSA Media, and its affiliates. Enjoy the show.
Hey, this is Jimmy with your weekly lineup. Starting on Mondays at 8 o'clock p.m., we have Spot On with Lino and Debbie. Right after Spot On is Straight Talk with Matt Hazley. He's on at 10 p.m. Eastern. Tuesday night, 8 o'clock p.m., Talk Time with Val. Right after Val is Sammy V with Thoughts for Food. He's on at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern. On Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern, we have a radio show called Suspense. And at 10 o'clock p.m. on Wednesday, we have On the Air with Mike Allen. On Thursday nights at 8 p.m., we have Outline with JAE and SARAH. After Outline we have Real Talk with Robert Zuckerman. After Real Talk, we have Night Talk with Joe Rocks. He's on at 10 p.m. Eastern. At 11:30 p.m. Eastern, we got Pod Talk with Jim and Paul. And at 12:30 a.m., we have Outline with JAE and SARAH. They're on right after Pod Talk. On Friday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern, we have Straight Talk with Matt Hazley. And to wrap it up on Saturdays at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern, we have Thoughts for Food with Sammy V and Chris T. That's your weekly lineup. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much.
Cards face up on the table. I gotta let it go. All of my chips are in. I gotta let it go. I give a damn if the stakes are even. I give a damn now. Going all out to win. I gotta let it go. The line come a little bit closer. I gotta let it go. Caution into the wind. I gotta let it go. The days of my life is over. I give a damn now. Going all out to win.
We are live. You are listening to Outline with your girl, J. Monique and Chi Chi.
On Armed Radio Global.
We have some interesting topics to talk about tonight, but before we get into any type of topics, we have a special guest in the building tonight, Sarah Coco Brown.
What?
What?
My government name, girl. Wait a minute, you warn me when you stop the record.
Would you like us to call you Farrah or Coco?
Coco, girl. You call me that. You got me. I've been married for over 10 years. You know, that's fine.
Well, we definitely don't want to put that out there, even though it's already kind of put out there.
Behind now, girl. Dropping lines with you.
So tell us about People versus O.J. Simpson. You have a starring role in that. Tell us about that.
I play a juror named Jeanette Harris, a.k.a. Queen B, or Juror 462. I was the one that was kind of picked by Johnny Cochran, and they gave me the nickname Queen B because if any of your listeners were old enough to remember the O.J. trial when it was actually happening, the majority of the jury was black. And Johnny Cochran and his whole team realized that I had some kind of power over the jury, that he could convince me that I would be the influence in the jury room with the jury. That's when they began to call me Queen B, and they began to realize that if they directed their argument to me, I could influence the jury.
Oh, wow. So how did it feel, taking on that role?
You know what? I was so grateful. I was actually handpicked for that role by John Singleton.
Oh, wow.
Because he was directing some episodes, and when he saw this character, we had spoken briefly a few weeks before, I got the role about how I wanted to get in more drama and really, stretch, my wings and let people see that I'm more than just being, more than funny.
Yeah.
He told me that he was going to look out for me, but I didn't think it was going to be so quickly. But he really called me out the blue and said, "Hey, I'm doing this new show called The People versus O.J. There's this role in here that I think is perfect for you because it requires someone that can act with their eyes and their expressions, and I know that you're really good at that." He goes, "Do you want it?" I'm like, "Heck yeah, I want it."
Yeah, that's a blessing.
A very good blessing.
do you have you noticed any obstacles when taking on this role?
Any obstacles?
Yeah.
I mean, when you're sitting there for hours and your whole purpose, when they have the camera in your face, is to relay reactions and words without being verbal through your eyes, you really have to focus on how you're looking, and you have to be able to, people need to be able to read what you're thinking without you saying a word. I think that I've been blessed to have that gift. That's why I try not to lie, because it's all in my face and I am. I can't sit here and tell you I like you and I don't, because it'll be all in my face like I don't like you.
Oh, God. I feel you, girl. I have the same problem. I can't lie for nothing. You're going to know if I don't like you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh. Her facial expression says it all.
Yeah, I'm smiling at you, but my whole expression will be like, I don't like you at all. But, so it was not challenging, but it forced me to be able to verbalize without talking.
Yeah.
And from what I've been getting from the feedback from the people that have been watching it, it worked. I mean, I had one girl tweet, and she was like, Coco Brown is giving me life on this show, and she's not even saying a word.
That's
so that means that I'm doing what I was supposed to do.
Absolutely. So what did it feel like to be handpicked by John Singletary?
Amazing. I mean, John Singleton, absolutely amazing. I mean, this man is a legend. We're talking Boys in the Hood, Poetic Justice, Transformers, Higher Learning. I mean, come on, we went on the list of this man's accolades. This man is a legend. And to have, I just actually spoke to him on Saturday, and to have someone of his stature believe in you and believe that there is more to you than being funny, and they want to open those doors for you, it's an amazing honor, and I just want to make sure that when I step through that door, I make you proud.
Yep, absolutely. That's what's up.
That is what's up. So what's going on with your fashion line?
Oh, yeah, Phoenix Moon, named after my son. It's a line for the curvy sister, the curvy woman that's not necessarily Lane Bryant, Ashley Stewart big, but she can't shop in Forever 21 either.
Yes.
It's for that sister that, may have, thighs and boobs and big arms but a smaller waist. Or maybe she's got boobs and no hips and a bigger waist. But it's for that chick that still has curves. Her curves may not be by the proportion that everybody thinks, that 36, 24, 36. Mm-hmm. And it accents the best parts of you. Like me, I know the best parts of me is my legs and my boobs. So everything I wear is going to show you some boobs and show you some legs. Mm. So there's a lot of women out there who have great athletes. You may have a great butt. They have great arms. You have a great neckline. I want to accent those things that women are proud about, and if they're not, they will be when they put on these clothes.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, so, it's for the woman that wants to hide some things but show off the other.
Oh, absolutely.
So tell us a little bit about your charity.
Oh, Wings of Love. Pretty near and dear to my heart. It was created in memory of my girlfriend Vanessa, who lost her battle to breast cancer a few years ago. And watching her go through the whole transition of losing her hair. And Vanessa had hair down her back. And for her to go from that to completely bald was pretty traumatic for her. And to meet some of the women that she was, had bonded with during her fight, who felt the same way that, I could deal with this if I wasn't walking around here bald. So it was just so funny that, as black women, we do kind of pride ourselves in our hair. Mm-hmm. That's why we do get the hair weaves and the lace fronts and invisible, lace front closures and all that crap, because it's all about, that crown and glory, And I salute the sisters who are bald by choice and go natural. I support you as well, but nonetheless, it's the hair. And I was cleaning out my closet one day, and I realized I had all these wigs. I had some really nice wigs that I hadn't worn in a while, and it just hit me that these women probably would love these wigs. Because I know when I put on a wig, I get into a different mindset. I give my wigs names, and that's the kind of persona I take on when I put that wig on. Yeah. And I spoke to her right before she passed away, and she thought it was an amazing idea that I would donate these wigs to some of the women. And unfortunately, she passed away before she could see it come into a reality. But her daughter took over her foundation, which is called Pink Stride, and they're based out of West Palm Beach, Florida, where they provide all kinds of services to women who are battling cancer. And last year, I donated 12 wigs to 12 women who were in different stages of cancer, and I've had some great endorsements. People that have come on board, like Elgin Charles, Frederick Sanders, celebrity makeup artists, people who just come on board to help me, do Wigs of Love, which is basically going to donate these, wigs, and these wigs will be, cut and shaped and colored and whatever to however way you like them. It's not something you could throw on. It will be made to suit you. And on top of that, not only that, they'll get a makeover. They'll get clothing donated from Fashion to Figure, which is a store that was founded by the grandson of the founder of Lane Bryant, who has become an endorser of mine, and I endorsed him, and I'm an ambassador for them, that I wear their clothing and promote them. So these women can feel good about themselves, and let's celebrate that they're going through such a traumatic time in their life, but we're able to celebrate them because they are warriors.
That's
and they're
right.
fighting through it. And I think that that's something that I feel good about, and it's just, for me, I do it for my girl Vanessa, because I watched her go through it not once but twice and still keep her head up and was so resilient. And to keep her memory alive, this is for her.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Wow. Oh, my gosh. I'm about to, tear up right now. And I normally don't cry.
That is amazing.
And if anybody would love to donate their wigs, we take them all. Synthetic, human, synthetic blend, because I have an amazing team of hairstylists that can, refurbish any wig. Please go onto my website, wigsoflove.org, or you can go onto my website, CocoBrown4life.com. Reach out to me. We will pay for the shipping. We just would love the wigs for the women.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. I'm definitely going to tell the people about it. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Real quick, I just wanted to go back because I missed a question that I really wanted to ask you earlier. How does it feel to actually be part of the legacy of the OJ case? That's American history.
Absolutely. It was surreal. The first day on set, when they walked us into that jury box, and to see Sarah Paulson as Marsha Clark, to see John Travolta as Robert Shapiro, Courtney V. Vance as Johnny Cochran, David Schwimmer as Robert Kardashian, F. Lee Bailey, played by Nathan Lane. I mean, it was like walking into a time machine, because I was in college. I'm telling my age right now, but I was in college when this went down, and I remember working my very first job out of college. And my boss of the company I was working for, my first job out of college, shut down the entire office to watch the verdict. And when they acquitted him, how every white person in that office turned and looked at my lonely black tail. I will never forget that moment, because I was the only black person in my entire company. And for them to all turn and look at me when he got acquitted like I did it, I was like, I think he did it. I mean, that's all I
Oh, I can't.
Now, did you really feel like that, or did you say it because you felt like you were pressured to say it?
Well, I would have said whatever I had so when I say they all turned in unison, lynch mob, they turned and looked at me like a lynch mob. And I was like, I'm about to die. All I can say was, I think it did. That's all I can say.
And in real life that happens.
Oh, yeah.
Like in juries, you'll have somebody that wants to say they really truly believe it's not guilty, but the other 11 people are like, guilty as charged.
But I mean, did you see black people celebrating that? Like, everybody was so proud. I think it's hilarious that you turned around and said, I think he did it.
If I man, went to the bathroom, and walked right to the bathroom.
Coco's giving me a free workout over here, like my stomach. I won't have to worry about doing them squats tonight because she got me laughing so much.
I also wanted to ask you, I know you're on set right now, and I know when they do certain movies where they're actually reliving events, sometimes they have eerie feelings in the courtroom, stuff like that. I mean, did you feel any of that during the recording?
I will tell you the one moment where it got very real for me, and I think it also got real for a lot of my castmates, was that episode when Nathan Lane, who was playing Leslie Bailey, cross-examined Mark Furman, and he dropped that N-word in that courtroom. And when I tell you, it got real. It got so real at that very moment that, a word that I'm guilty of saying on occasion, all of a sudden stung like hell. It stung like hell.
Yeah.
And it was very real for me, very surreal. And I think a lot of my castmates felt that way because we all just kind of paused. Because not only did he say it once, but he kept saying it, reiterating his case and trying to get Mark Furman to admit that he had used that word. And every time he said it, it was like someone was stabbing me.
Yes, I'm getting goosebumps. And I'm like, it's the word I use on a regular. And I'm like, well, dang, maybe I should stop saying it. And he was the racist cop, right? He was the racist cop?
And I know this man was acting. This man was acting, but a part of me wanted to jump up and slap the piss out this white man.
He was the racist cop, right?
Right. And Nathan Lane, which was played by, Nathan Lane played Leslie Bailey, who cross-examined him and, made it, about race. And he said, have you ever used the N-word? And when he dropped that word, it was like you could feel the uncomfortableness in the room. And mind you, we're reenacting something. We're reenacting. But it got so real. It got so real. And every time he said it, it was like nails on a chalkboard. It was like, oh God. And I finally, at that very moment, understood why my father is very adamant that you do not use that word around him. I got it at that very moment while my father said to me one night after one of my shows, he was like, baby girl, you're funny as hell. He said, could you just do me one favor? And I said, what, Dad? And he was like, can you not say that word when I'm in the audience?
Yeah.
And I couldn't understand. I'm like, Dad, it's just a word, But like at that very moment, I got why my dad lived through it. My dad knew what it was like to have to go in a separate entrance in a separate bathroom.
Yep.
The back of the bus. My dad knew what that. So it's just like at that very moment, it just really hit me why that word was so just wrong, and I shouldn't use it anymore.
Yeah. Wow.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the moment when it got real.
So how did you react? Did you try and keep calm?
I mean, I think my reactions were real.
Yeah.
Because I had read the script, but it was another thing hearing it. And I think that was probably one of my most honest, non-pre-calculated actions.
Yeah.
When they put that camera on me when he said that word. It was like, it's just weird that, I've been fortunate that I've never had a white person say it to me in a way where I'm ready to fight.
Yeah.
And so I never knew what my reaction would be, and it was just so funny seeing this white man say that word over and over again, even though it was acting, it hurt. It was like I wanted to fight.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Like, it triggered something in me.
Yeah.
It really did.
Well,
that's one of the reasons, I can't watch these campaigns. I can't watch no Trump campaign now. I'm liable to go to that campaign rally and
honestly, just from watching the little videos of the Trump campaign, I was actually getting fired up. I was getting angry. I'm like, oh, no, he's not doing that. But I try to stay, a little bit away from politics, but it was pissing me off.
Yeah.
And I do too, but this is, it's like I was telling my mom, I said, all those times you and Dad would talk about when you guys, were fighting for our rights and you guys were doing what you were doing back in the 60s and stuff, and I would hear you, but I didn't really hit me, but seeing it virtually reenacted right now, we are literally peeking into the past, watching the present.
Yep.
That all these years that we thought race relations had gotten better, and that we can live next door to each other. I mean, just today, I was telling my nanny, I was at Walmart, and I was walking out, and this white woman, her hair was gorgeous, and I was like, and I complimented her. It just came out. I said, "Oh my God, your hair is beautiful." And she said, "Oh, thank you, baby." She said, "I'm admiring your hair. Your curls are beautiful." I said, "Thank you." And she walked by, and I said, "You know, Trump gonna have us thinking every white person is racist." And that woman was just as sweet.
Yeah.
He's gonna have us looking at every white person with a side eye.
Yep.
Thinking they calling us the N-word. And it's a shame that we are allowing this person to throw us back into history. I've traveled overseas in the last few months and have got to talk to people who are not American and hear their perceptions of what they're seeing. And as an American, it's embarrassing.
Yep.
Yeah.
They really are looking at us like we are ass backwards. Excuse my French. And it's really sad that that's what's going out into the world, where we're supposed to be the most powerful nation, and we're looking like the most discombobulated nation.
Yeah, we're looking like a bunch of fools. That's what we look like.
Other countries are laughing at us right now, really. Like, oh, I don't want to live over there.
They really are. I mean, a friend of mine in England was like, "You want to send you some real estate?" I said, "Yeah, send me some of y'all real estate. I think I might be coming over there." I'm just going to have to learn how to drive on the left side of the road. Get a drive.
Yeah, that's the thing. The left side of the road type of stuff.
Yeah, we live in.
I may take my chances.
Yeah, we live in Florida, so we have a lot of people that are they're racist, but they're low key. So they'll say, slick comments, but they'll never actually come out and say it. I feel like right now they have that power. Like they feel like they can say stuff a lot more.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing. They're being exposed right now.
Yep.
And the thing is, and they have no fear. There was a time that a person that was non-black would be fearful of coming out of their mouth a certain way to a black person. And now there's no fear. Now, I'm from the school of, I would rather you show me who you are.
Yep.
So I know how to handle you. Mm-hmm. But it's insane that, I've got neighbors on the left of me that are white. I got neighbors down the street. I got a couple of interracial couples, and we wave at each other when we drive by each other. I've seen some Trump signs in some yards in my neighborhood, and I'm like, well, let me make sure I keep an eye on your
Okay.
So my child ain't riding his bike down your side. But at the same token, I shouldn't have to feel like that.
You shouldn't.
I pay for my house just like they do.
Yeah.
I pay my taxes just like they do. They come in this neighborhood and start shooting, I'm going to bleed red just like you.
Exactly.
It's a shame that we have now become such a divided country.
Yep.
It's a shame. It is.
Exactly. So last question about For Better or Worse. Tell us about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're shooting season 6 right now. Some interesting storylines. People better stay tuned because they are some twists and turns that are going to floor some people. Tyler has really outdone himself in taking the show in directions that even shocked us. Some subject matters that we're dealing with. I love the fact that this could just be a ha-ha, hee-hee sitcom, but Tyler really tends to put in real issues that are happening in the world right now in our shows.
Yeah.
So people are going to be, they're going to be really like, whoa, they're still going to laugh, but they're going to also think like a mug when they see this stuff, And then on a lighter note, people are really going to trip out when they see who Jennifer's with now. Jennifer finally has a man, and they are going to bug out when they see who her man is.
Uh-oh. All right. Who her man is?
Wait till April 1st, baby. Wait till April 1st.
Well, that's not that far away, so.
Not at all.
Uh-oh. Well, we do got a couple of news, so we're going to change gears just a little bit. It's about Jared Fogle. Everybody remembers that Subway pedophile. I'm just going to put it out there and say how it is. The Subway pedophile. He was attacked in prison by an Arizona criminal. And this is according to New York Daily News. Convicted pedophile Jared Fogle has gotten a taste of prison life in the form of jailhouse justice. The disgraced former Subway pitchman suffered a swollen face, scratched neck, and a bloody nose at the hands of fellow inmate Stephen Nigg during a January 29th beatdown at Colorado's Englewood. I know I sound so jacked up for laughing right now.
No, he deserves it. He deserves it. That is so minimal compared to what he should actually be getting right now.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. So Nick, who's 60, is Nick, you got beat up by a 60-year-old. Oh gosh. All right, so he's serving a 15-year for gun conviction, and he walked away from the prison yard just with a cut-up hand. But he got punished with solitary confinement, and Fogle is lucky to be alive after the beatdown. Was meant to send a message to the portly pedophile. That's what New York Daily, I did not call him a portly pedophile. New York Daily News called him a portly pedophile. And that's what the attacker's family told the Daily News on Wednesday.
Wow.
Yeah, this is...
It's funny because they normally don't put child offenders in with the general population.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Like, aren't they supposed to put him somewhere else?
They usually put those child offenders in like separate areas because they are walking targets. And it's so funny how you can have a criminal that killed 10 people, but if you're a child molester, they gonna come for you.
Oh yeah, they're gonna come for you first. They're gonna be like, you a Como? All right.
It's moral fortitude that I might have killed 10 innocent people, but you molested a child, I got to kill you. No, I got to hurt you. And it's so weird that, we would think of the scums of the earth, but even in the midst of their crimes, they still have this moral fiber.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's always, whenever you look at how they did, Jeffrey Dahmer and all those people like that got killed in prison or hurt in prison, and they were, convicted of some kind of sexual assault or child molestation or whatever. It's always someone that gets them that did something crazy, like murder a bunch of people or something.
Yep.
But, it's almost like, an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, and, you get the crime, you get the punishment based on the crime, and it's like, it's weird. I think sometimes they do put pedophiles in general populations so they can get dealt with.
Exactly.
It might be done intentionally.
That has to be the reason, because they know that before they put him in. Everybody knows that when they're going in, like, that was the first thought. I was like, he's going to prison, he's not going to last long.
At all.
No,
and he got to go through 15 years of that.
Yeah.
No, he's probably going to end up getting raped or something very soon.
No, I think so.
If they don't put him in segregation, they're going to get him. And it's weird, but it's so funny. It just blows me how someone that can kill a bunch of people or whatever, and they feel convicted in their soul to punish a child molester. But even the most hardened criminal has a soft spot for a kid.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep, it's true.
Isn't that crazy?
Yep, it's the
innocence.
innocence.
You got something, and some of them feel that way about women as well. If you come in there and you kill a woman or beat a woman, they have a problem with that.
Yep.
Like a woman who's killed her kid, they cannot put her in general population.
Nope.
There's women in there that can't never see their kids.
Exactly.
They don't feel some type of way. You were able to be with your kids and you killed them. Oh, we got to kill them.
That's usually how it goes.
But this conversation is... I'm sorry, hon. This conversation is so great. Just hold that thought. We'll be right back.
Okay. Up on the table. I gotta let it go. All of my chips are in. I gotta let it go. I give a damn if the stakes are even. I give a damn now. Going all out to win. I gotta let it go. The line come a little bit closer. I gotta let it go. Caution into the wind. I gotta let it go. The days of my life is over. I give a damn now. Going all out to win. Out to win. Out to win. Come a little closer so you understand my time.
Are you hangry? Know the signs. Uncontrollable yelling.
Why aren't you egg rolls?
Hallucination.
Sushi.
Pants discomfort.
I hate you, pants.
Hangry. It can happen to anyone. Fortunately, there's E24, the app that tells hunger to shut up.
Egg rolls. Thanks, Snoop.
E24, in my medical opinion, it's the best way to order food online, baby.
Hey guys, this is Sarah from Night Talk with Joe Rocks. Are you guys looking for a quiet getaway with a modern flair? Because I have a really great place I want to tell you all about. The Milestone Inn at 146 South Pomperaug Avenue in Woodbury, Connecticut has the perfect combination of modern amenities, but is surrounded by 3 verdant acres for a peaceful weekend getaway. And guess what? Mention the promo code Joe Rocks and you'll receive the Joe Rocks Signature Suite. You'll also receive a box of Night Talk chocolates, premium bath accessories, and a beautiful king-size bed fitted with luxury bedding. At the Milestone Inn, you'll enjoy plush comforts, modern amenities at exceptional value. Call and book the Joe Rock Suite now at 203-405-6261 at the Milestone Inn in Woodbury, Connecticut. Hey everyone, I want to tell you all about an amazing salon. Joyce's, located at 132 Ferry Street in Everett, Massachusetts. Joyce's specializes in the latest techniques in coloring, styling, cutting, and beach waves. Joyce's features Sukesha all-natural nutrient products and organic color. Joyce's full-service spa and salon, located at 132 Ferry Street, Everett, Massachusetts. 617-387-6688. Specializing in you.
Hey there, all you creepy people. This is Kevin Wayne from Portland, Oregon. You're listening to Armed Radio, home of the big guns.
Tune in every Monday and Friday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time for Straight Talk with Matt Hazley. Live audio on TuneIn Radio and Spreaker.com. Plus live video on Ustream.tv. From the demented minds at ArmedRadioGlobal.com.
Out to win. Come a little closer so you understand my time. Come closer. My time now. Right now. I mean right now. Out to win. Out to win. Out to win. Come a little closer so you understand my time. Come closer. My time now. Right now. I mean right now. Out to win.
Come back to Outline with J Monique. It's your girl. And Chi Chi Chulita Sarita. However, did I pronounce it right? I feel like I won the lotto over here. And in case you missed it earlier, we have a special guest in the building, Coco, and I did not use her government name this time. All right, and we were talking about her role in People versus O.J. Simpson, and also For Better or Worse. And also we had talked about her fashion line and her charity. So, and also we've gotten into a little bit about Jared Fogle being attacked in prison by an Arizona criminal. So we were just going to touch back on that a little bit. We were giving our opinions on how we felt about it. And I can honestly say that I have zeros of sympathies.
Yeah, exactly.
About that, you know, it's kind of like, I know it sounds hypocritical because it's kind of like, well, you know, the other inmates are also locked up too, you know, but a lot of inmates don't like child molesters. They don't like pedophiles, you know, and they're probably thinking, well, I can't see my children. If I was free right now, I protect my kid, and yet you're abusing, you know, you, Jared Fogle, are abusing other people's kids. So that's how I feel about that part.
Well, and you know, I was actually reading an article, and I watched a documentary, and it was actually really sick. They were talking about how a lot of times they do sexual acts like this, and it's more for power, like taking away a child's innocence. Yeah, like they gain power by this. I think it's really sick.
It's sick. It's twisted. It's demented. They should be locked away. Don't throw them in jail. That's not going to rehabilitate them. Just throw them under the jail, man.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
And then we had someone earlier make a comment, and they stated that the reason, because we were all talking about how we didn't understand why he was being put in general population, And they had stated that the reason that he's with general population is because there's so many of the child molesters out there, so many pedophiles. And that's just to imagine that they can no longer be, separated. They have to all be together. That's crazy right there.
That is.
Yeah, and I mean, that's crazy. That's just scary in itself. I mean, not just thinking about, with me as me having a young child, it's like every time I leave him, I just pray that no one will harm my child.
Exactly.
I mean, I was telling you guys a few minutes ago, I said a child, the little kid bit my son. And I was like, who that little kid? I was like, I don't care, you three. If you ever bite my child again, honey, I'm going to bite you back. Tell your mama, because I'll fight her too. I don't care.
Oh, man.
I'm like a mother lion. I'm like a mother bear, a mother lion when it comes to my kids. And you don't play with my kids. You see a side of me, you'll play the God you never see again.
I feel you. Mother myself, Chi-Chi, she's
Exactly.
a mom herself.
I don't play. But you have to also think, like, how sick and twisted they have to be messing with children and taking away their innocence. I mean, they don't know any better. I mean, they're completely using their power over them. It's just crazy that you would take complete advantage over a child.
It's some really sick people in the world. I used to do Periscopes, and sometimes my son would walk in, and I would have him on there. And I know one day I was on Periscope, and my son was in the video, and somebody made the most disgusting and comment about what they wanted to do to my kid.
What?
And I literally went off, like, to the point that people were like, Coca, calm down. And I was like, you let it up you. I mean, I will find you, like, because I'm like, but that's scary, and it made me realize I can't even, have a day with my child. We're playing, and I want to videotape it for the world to see. I can't even do this.
Yep.
Because there's some sick people out here who see your child as something that they shouldn't see your child.
Yeah.
And they're sick, but it's like it's a glitch in the matrix. There's something wrong with you.
Mm-hmm.
And all I can say is you better stay clear of me and mine.
Okay, exactly. Yep, exactly. So Jared Fogel's actually been a constant target since being in prison, and this is according to People.com. A former inmate who is considered an expert on the culture of correctional facilities tells People on January 29th the alleged beating of former Subway spokesperson Jared Fogel wasn't the first attack the convicted pedophile has endured since entering Colorado's Englewood prison, and it won't be the last. So what this person said, he's been slapped around fairly consistently since the start of his sentence. I'm just not surprised.
Yeah,
I mean,
but, he's going to be somebody's bitch. So it's just going to happen.
Oh, no, it's coming. It's coming. Please believe that. As long as he's in general population, because I said it's just like with women who go to prison for, hurting their children or killing their children. They can't put those women in general population because there are women in there who are serving life sentences because of the love they had for some man or whatever, and that will never be able to hold their babies again. Will never be able to have to see their children through plexiglass. And you were out here free and had your babies, and you hurt them, you killed them. I know it's just me as a mother. You couldn't be around me and you did something to your kid because I'm liable to hurt you my dang self.
Exactly.
I mean, because when you are a true mother, you will even protect a child that ain't even yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's
exactly.
the mother in you. And if you, it's like there are too many people out here who want babies, and you are harming them. Are you kidding me? It's like, letting your man kill your kid. I can't stand no mess like that.
Yep.
Trust. That's why I'm single right now because I don't trust nobody right now.
Yep. And it's true.
Because I'm like, you're not, I don't know if I can lead. I got to know beyond a shadow of a doubt, you're going to love my child with the same veracity and passion that I love my child. And if I don't get that from you, I don't need to talk to you past a phone call.
Yep. Exactly.
And that's real talk, you know. And I speak this to a lot of women out there because I have a girlfriend. I'm dealing with this crap right now. You marry a man that's not invested in the children that you brought into the relationship, and then you wondering why he ain't got your back when you need to deal with your kids. And I'm like, heifer, you knew that walking in.
Yep.
Exactly.
It's so true.
You knew he wasn't investing in your kids. Don't be so pressed for a man that you be with a man that's not investing in your children. See, I don't believe in this stepchild crap. If you marry me and I have a child, that becomes your child.
Exactly.
You become their father. There ain't no step to it. Okay? Yep. And for women, we got to stop being so daggone thirsty for a dingling in the house.
You're so right. You are so right.
Did I get you real? I'm sorry.
No. This is Outline.
Yeah, we're actually about to switch into that topic. Yeah, we're actually.
Kids ain't asking that. Kids ain't asking that. Okay, don't be so thirsty and desperate for a man that you let any old dingling around your kids. Okay?
Exactly.
Let your mama instincts kick in and be a real mama.
Exactly.
Okay?
You are absolutely right. So, you know, Fogel, he lost his endorsement with Subway. He's probably going to turn into a bitch, but you know, he ain't finished eating them footlongs yet. You know.
Yep. No, they got 15 more years of them because you already know.
So, but.
With a gang of kids, I'm going to eat Subway with a bunch of kids.
So we're gonna switch it up and talk about dating topics, which is like my favorite part of the show.
It's our niche.
Yes, I love it, girl, because I have my own issues. I tend to be a man hater every once in a while, you know. So so what we are, yes. Sometimes, I mean, you know, I have my moments. I've been through a couple bad relationships and stuff, and granted, I know that, you know, a lot had to do with me and my bad decisions. But anyways, so we're actually going to be talking about signs that you're dating a psychopath. Okay.
Psychopath.
Yes. Okay. So according to mindbodygreen.com, psychopaths make up about 1% of the general population. Okay. And most of them aren't serial killers. Okay. They're co-workers. They seem to get away with everything. They're like the perfect ex who ran off with someone else, or maybe they're totally normal, and they served you coffee in the morning. They actually look just like you and me, but there's one big difference. They have no conscience, okay? And they can harm others with, you know, with absolutely no sense of remorse or guilt. They spend their lives learning how to mimic normal human emotions, but they don't actually experience any of those. That is crazy. They don't experience compassion, love, trust, forgiveness, any of those things. So, go ahead.
I'm going to start off with the first sign of the psychopath. They reel you in with idealization, love bombing, and flattery. So when you first meet a psychopath, things move extremely fast. They tell you how much they have in common with you, how perfect you are for them, and like a chameleon, they mirror your hopes, dreams, and insecurities to form an immediate bond of trust and excitement. They constantly initiate communication and seem to be fascinated with you on every level. If you have a Facebook page, they might plaster it with songs, compliments, poems, and inside jokes, all of which is fake.
Oh, yeah. Now you're describing my ex.
Spill the tea, Coco.
Yes, please do.
What was this research 5 years ago?
Girl, when I was reading this article, I was like, what? Are you serious? I've had a couple.
Oh, I've met people like this. Except not the men, the women.
But you know what's so fascinating about this is that it actually, like, for me, I felt it in the beginning. Like, I knew that there was something wrong, but I didn't actually act on it. You know, I was like, oh, maybe I'm just scared.
I walked down the aisle knowing I was making it. But at that point, I was looking real cute, and my face was beat, and I said, well, I'm going to go ahead and go.
Oh, man. So you didn't know whether you wanted to get married or not?
I knew I wanted to get married, but I kind of in between the engagement and the actual wedding day, a lot of things had gotten revealed, and my feet kept saying run, but my heart kept saying it's not what I think it is. And unfortunately, I should have listened to my heart and my head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I always look at it like this. If I didn't go through with it, I wouldn't have my son, that is the love of my life.
Right.
And I wouldn't have him. But when I say everything you described was my ex-husband. And, and then, like I said, someone who reels you in with all of that, and then once they get you, it is truly a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Like, the man I met and fell in love with and married was not the man who sat across from me in that divorce proceeding. It was like, who the hell are you?
Yeah, like you didn't even know who that person was.
Completely unfamiliar to me. Even the tone of his voice.
Yeah.
Everything about him was unfamiliar. It was like sitting across from a stranger. And there are people out there like that. Like I said, I don't hate my ex-husband. I actually am grateful to him because he opened my eyes and gave me such a level and spirit of discernment now. And he gave me my son, which really reinforced my worth and my purpose on this earth. So, if anything, I'm grateful to his crazy ass.
Yeah.
Because if I hadn't gone through that and dealt with him, I would still be making the same mistakes with men and blinding myself to signs that I should not blind myself to.
Yep. You're absolutely right. So that's actually going to bring us to number 2. They prey on your emotions with pity plays and sympathy stories. You'll quickly find a soft spot in your heart for them. They'll often seem cute and innocent at first. They'll show you, they'll be arrogant and narcissist with their like flashy cars. They'll probably mention their abusive ex who's still actually in love with them. They'll say that all they've ever wanted is some peace and quiet. They hate drama, and yet you'll soon come to notice that there's more drama surrounding them than anyone you've ever known.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
So
I've met somebody like that. Oh, gosh. This is like deja vu right now.
That's pretty much it. And, like, to me, there's a fine line between a psychopath and a sociopath.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. The difference, a psychopath, does things with the intent to harm.
Exactly.
A sociopath does these exact same things without any what's the word I'm looking for? They really feel like they're not doing anything wrong.
Yeah,
they feel like they are right and they are justified. Like, you ever met a person who's a pathological liar?
Yes, many of them.
My ex. Oh my God.
Many of them, male and female.
Jesus. Like they actually believe their lies.
Oh, that's what sociopath is. A sociopath feels no need to take responsibility for their actions.
Yep.
Because in their world, they're not doing anything wrong.
Yep, they blame you for everything.
What they're doing, then you're wrong. I remember one of the last arguments I had with my ex was, you don't support me. How do you kick someone when they're down? You are a horrible human being. And I'm looking at him thinking, who's taking care of you for 3 years while you sat on your tail and had a pity party and verbally abused me?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Who kept clothes on your back and a roof over your head and food in the fridge and, the NFL sports package on cable and gave you a PlayStation? Who did all of this for you? If I'm kicking you when you're down, no, what I am doing right now is I'm fed up. And I'm tired of taking care of a grown tail man that doesn't even appreciate I'm taking care of him.
Yep, absolutely. And number 3.
He never understood.
Coco going in.
I'm being real right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
I ain't saying to him. I ain't telling you nothing I ain't saying to him.
And they involve you in their own versions of love triangles. Once you're hooked, the triangulation sets in. They surround themselves with former lovers, potential mates, and anyone else who provides them with added attention. This includes people that the psychopath may have previously denounced and declared you superior to. And this makes you feel confused and creates a perception that the psychopath is in high demand at all times when they're actually really not. Nobody don't want them.
Cares.
They don't want them. They do not want them. That's a lie.
And it's like, that's the thing. You're dealing with someone who truly believes they're doing absolutely nothing wrong.
Yeah.
That's when you're dealing with a sociopath. When they can do something, like I had a friend of mine, she actually married a guy, and come to find out he was still married to another woman. And when all doo-doo broke loose and she confronted him, he looked at her like, well, what's the problem? We've been living fine all this time, so why make a problem out of it now? It's cool.
Yeah.
It ain't cool. I mean, he literally had this lackadaisical attitude like, what's the big deal? You my side wife.
No.
What?
That's never cool. Side wife. I heard side wife. What? That's right. What?
That's when you're dealing with someone who truly does not believe they do anything wrong. To me, that's one of the most dangerous people in the world.
Yep.
That cannot, for whatever reason, ever see the wrong in what they do. That everything they do is right and everything you do is wrong. That is I think that's more dangerous than a pathological liar. If he's a pathological liar, after a while, he's like, oh, yep, you sure was hanging out with Biggie and Tupac. You just let it ride. He's like, you know they lying. You know they lying.
Yep. That's so true. And that actually...
When you're dealing with somebody that can never see they're wrong, ever, that's dangerous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that actually brings us to...
kill somebody and be like, well, they fell on the gun. What?
That actually brings us to number 4. They constantly rewrite reality and exhibit other crazy-making behavior. They blatantly deny their own manipulative behavior. They ignore the evidence when they're confronted with it. They become dismissive and critical. They don't want any of their inappropriate behavior addressed. They start saying things that you're sensitive, you're crazy. They just become very toxic.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Oh, God. Dang. Where was this article 5 years ago?
Right? And then they accuse you of feeling emotions that they are intentionally provoking. Like they call you jealous after blatantly flirting with an ex. Often done over social networking for the entire world to see. They call you needy after intentionally ignoring you for days on end. And they use your manufactured reactions to garner sympathy from other targets, trying to prove how hysterical you've become. So basically, you're the problem.
I would tell you something.
Yeah.
This was so funny that I had to die. One of my homegirls was dating this guy, and she found out he was flirting with this chick on Facebook, and she confronted him, and he turned around and told her, well, you got 5 dudes on your Facebook page. She said, well, I'm not talking to him. He said, that don't matter, because you shouldn't have good-looking men on your page.
What?
And he really believed that was his justification for flirting with another woman on
That's
Facebook.
so ridiculous.
What?
That is so ridiculous.
He hit her with a Jedi mind trick. And I just was laughing. She's like, well, maybe I should delete these men. I said, help her, I'd add more. I would have Morris, Kojo, Morris, Chestnut, Michael Ealy.
Michael Ealy.
That's Jay's favorite.
Have them all in my top 10.
Another thing that they actually do, they'll withhold attention and undermine your self-esteem. So once they're, in the beginning, they'll start showering you with all this attention and they'll, continue to flatter you and all this stuff. And then after a while, they'll just stop. And then you're already hooked. You start feeling bad about yourself and they'll play on that.
Absolutely.
Yep. Absolutely. That man will tell you how beautiful you are, then all of a sudden bring up your stretch marks.
Yeah. Like, the girl, you got some stretch marks. I know I look good. Why are you walking around with stretch marks for? But you knew I had them 2 years ago.
I ain't never seen stretch marks on your knees.
Oh my God.
Now, there is a difference between a psychopath and a narcissist.
Yes.
So according to theydiffer.com, a psychopath often has a charming personality, doesn't fear anyone, and emits a wonderful level of confidence, usually a paroxysty. These people have excellent IQs and educational qualifications. They have remarkable jobs, too. but their charm is nothing short of a mask of normality. Behind this mask, you never know, may be residing in a precarious personality. So they can easily fool others. Like, you could be working with a psychopath. You know, your neighbor could be a psychopath. Anybody can be a psychopath. They say 1% of the population. I'm not agreeing with them. I'm agreeing it's about 40% of the population is a darn psychopath.
Yeah.
Because I'm just running into them too much.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So when you talk about the narcissist, these people are extremely self-centered and shallow, and hollow on the inside. They're all about vanity, and, you know, certain inborn traits of these personalities. So narcissists love to exaggerate their feelings and achievements and love to be called an expert in any area. So real quick, you know, I was thinking about what you said earlier about a sociopath and how they really don't believe that they're doing anything wrong. You know, a lot of times I'm very outspoken, and I because I don't know how to lie, because I speak a lot with my face, I tend to say things and I tend to do things out in the open, and I really feel because I do it out in the open that there's nothing wrong with that. Well, I've been, like, you know, told by several different people that just because I don't think that it's wrong doesn't mean that it's right. So I'm starting to actually debate whether I'm a sociopath or not.
No, I don't think that you're a sociopath. You're just blunt. Sociopaths usually are not blunt. They usually lie, and because you don't lie. Coco, do you think Chi-Chi's a sociopath? We gotta see from Coco. You know she's gonna tell you the truth.
Let me give you the phone number, honey, because I'll be. Let me give you first. Wow.
I didn't say I'm none of these things. I'm none of the above.
I'm a very compassionate person, but when you said that, I was like, you know, I do a lot of stuff, and, you know, my excuse is, well, I don't see that there's anything wrong with it. You know, I'm sorry that you're upset by it, but I'm okay with it.
I think you're just reading too much into it. Just because we're talking about psychopaths, you're not. I don't think you're a sociopath.
All right. Well, thank you, Jay. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Good looking out. All right. Well, that's about our time. Unfortunately, we wish that we could talk longer. That wraps us up for the night, you guys. Catch us every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Armed Radio Global. And stay tuned for Jam It or Slam It and Time to Cook. And Coco already knows that she is invited back to the show.
Oh, you have to come back. You have to come back.
Absolutely. And where can everyone follow you on social media?
They can find me at Coca Brown 22 on Twitter, Coca Brown One Funny Mama on Instagram, or better yet, you babies can just Google me, Coca Brown, COCOA Brown, and all of my social medias will come up. And make sure you add that A to my name, COCOA Brown, because if you don't, you will get a porn star. And that's all right.
So if y'all see a porn star, that is not her.
Wrong Coca Brown. You got the wrong one. Okay.
All right, and everyone also follow us on social media, Twitter Outline Show, IG Outline Show, Facebook Outline Show, and individual social medias, Twitter, The J Monique, IG, The J Monique, and Facebook, Official J Monique. And Sarah better be saying her social media this time.
All right. Facebook, Sarah Figueroa, Twitter, Sarah M. Figueroa, and Instagram, Chulita Sarita. .chichi.
You better spell that.
Thank you.
Oh,
God. That's where Chi-Chi came from. Because originally it was supposed to be Chulita Sarita, which I just recently started pronouncing right, and I said, Chulita, what?
No, she was like, nah, girl, Chi-Chi. I was like, oh, I like Chi-Chi. All right, I'm running with that.
Yeah, I just couldn't help myself. I wasn't gonna do that, and then fumble, every time.
All kinds of Cheerio
Come a little closer so you understand my time. Come closer, my time now. Right now, I mean right now. Out to win, out to win, out to win. Come a little closer. time.